What seems like a delay is often alignment for something greater. You see, we exist in a reality where time feels linear, where we measure progress by what we can see, touch, and quantify. But beyond what our physical senses perceive, there is a higher order at work, an intelligence orchestrating events in ways we cannot always comprehend. When we encounter delays, our conditioned minds immediately assume something is wrong. We become impatient, anxious, even frustrated, believing that if we do not see results immediately, they may never come. But what if the delay is not a stop sign, but a recalibration, a refinement of circumstances, so that everything falls into place in perfect harmony? Think about the moments in your life when you wanted something so badly, but it didn't happen when you expected. Perhaps it was a job you applied for, a relationship you desired, or a goal you tirelessly worked toward. At the time, the waiting felt unbearable. You questioned whether you were good enough, whether you had done enough, whether your dreams were valid. But then, as time passed, something shifted. You looked back and realized that had things happened on your timeline, you would not have been ready. The opportunity you thought you lost was actually not the best one for you. The relationship that didn't work out was protecting you from pain you couldn't foresee. The delay wasn't random. It was an intricate part of the process, ensuring that when the right moment arrived, you would be fully prepared to step into it. When a farmer plants a seed, he does not stand over the soil and demand immediate results. He does not dig up the ground every hour to check if the roots have formed. He trusts that beneath the surface, something is happening, something unseen, yet undeniably real. The same principle applies to our lives. Just because you do not see evidence of progress does not mean progress isn't happening. Just because the door has not opened yet does not mean it never will. The timing of your manifestation is not dictated by your impatience. It is aligned with the precise moment when everything is in its right place. The human mind often fights against this truth because we are conditioned to believe in instant gratification. We want success now. We want answers now. We want the results of our efforts to show up immediately. But growth, real transformation, does not work that way. There is wisdom in the waiting. There is purpose in the pause. You are not being denied. You are being positioned. You are not being ignored. You are being prepared. The delay is not punishment. It is alignment. The delay is not punishment. It is alignment. Every great breakthrough, every life-changing moment has behind it a period of preparation, a season where things appear to be at a standstill, but in reality, the foundation is being laid for something greater than you ever imagined. The only question is whether you will trust the process or resist it. Patience is not simply the act of waiting. It is the ability to maintain trust in the unseen, to hold on to faith even when circumstances seem to contradict the vision you have for your life. When things do not unfold as quickly as you desire, your mind will try to convince you that something is wrong. It will tell you that you are falling behind, that others are moving forward while you remain stuck. But in reality, waiting is not stagnation. It is an essential process where your inner world is strengthened, where resilience is cultivated, and where your faith is tested so that it may grow unshakable. Every challenge that requires patience is an opportunity to develop trust. Trust in yourself, trust in the process, and trust in the divine intelligence that is orchestrating events beyond what you can perceive. If everything you wanted arrived instantly, there would be no depth to your journey. The waiting period forces you to dig deeper, to confront your doubts, to refine your vision, and to expand your capacity to receive what you have been preparing for. If you were given everything you asked for, the moment you asked for it, you might not appreciate it. You might not be ready to handle it. The process of waiting is where you learn, where you evolve, and where you prove to yourself that your faith is not dependent on external evidence, but rooted in something much deeper. When you find yourself waiting for a breakthrough, you must recognize that you are not powerless in the process. The delay is not meant to weaken you, it is meant to strengthen you. Each moment of patience builds endurance. Each test of faith deepens your trust. Your perspective in the waiting period determines how you will emerge from it. Will you become bitter and discouraged? Or will you use the time to prepare, to refine, to align yourself with the person you need to become in order to fully receive what you are asking for. Many people quit in the waiting period. They assume that because it has not happened yet, it never will. They let frustration cloud their vision, allowing doubt to replace the faith that got them started in the first place. But those who hold on, those who continue forward despite the uncertainty, always reach the moment where everything comes together. They realized that the waiting was never wasted time. It was essential time. It was in the waiting that they developed the discipline, the mental clarity, and the inner strength required to step into their destiny. Patience is not weakness, it is power. It is the ability to remain steady, to trust even when there is no visible sign of progress, to believe that what is meant for you will find its way to you at the exact moment you are ready for it. The waiting period is not meant to break you. It is meant to prepare you, and the moment you embrace patience as a tool for growth rather than a burden, everything begins to shift. Every great manifestation requires preparation. Before something significant appears in your life, there is always a period of refinement, a stage where you are being molded into the person capable of receiving and sustaining what you desire. It is in this space of preparation that true transformation occurs, not in the moment of achievement, but in the process leading up to it. Many people misunderstand delays as denials because they do not see the invisible work that is happening beneath the surface. They believe that if something is not happening right now, it is not happening at all. But what they fail to realize is that the process is just as important as the outcome. Think about an athlete training for a championship. The victory does not happen in the final moment when they cross the finish line or hold the trophy. It happens in the hours of unseen effort, in the discipline of showing up every day, in the sacrifices made long before the world recognizes their success. The same is true for you. The preparation phase is where you are being shaped, where you are developing the resilience, the knowledge, and the inner strength to handle what is coming. If you received everything you wanted without preparation, you might not have the capacity to sustain it. The weight of your dreams requires a foundation strong enough to carry them, and that foundation is built in the waiting. Look at any great structure. Before the building rises, the foundation is dug deep into the earth. The taller the building, the deeper the foundation must go. The same principle applies to life. If you are being prepared for something big, it may feel like nothing is happening on the surface, but underneath, there is groundwork being laid. There are skills you are developing, wisdom you are gaining, and experiences you are accumulating that will serve you when the moment arrives. The delay is not a setback, it is an investment in your readiness. So often, people want success without the process, rewards without the preparation. They want the outcome without going through the necessary transformation. But the truth is, lasting success is never built on shortcuts. If you bypass the preparation, you weaken the foundation, and anything built on an unstable foundation will eventually crumble. This is why many who achieve success too quickly lose it just as fast. They received the manifestation before they were ready to sustain it. The process of preparation is where you learn patience, where you refine your vision, where you become the person who can fully step into the opportunity when it arrives. It is where you sharpen your skills, build your resilience, and expand your ability to handle the responsibility that comes with success. Every delay, every challenge, every moment of waiting is part of that preparation. If you are not where you want to be yet, it is not because you have been forgotten. It is because you are being refined, strengthened, and prepared for something greater than you can imagine. Rejection is often a form of protection. In the moment when something you desire slips through your fingers, it can feel like failure. It can feel like you were not good enough, like you missed your chance, like you have been left behind. But what if the rejection was actually a redirection? What if what you were reaching for was too small compared to what was meant for you? What if the very thing you saw as a loss was in reality a form of divine protection, keeping you from something that would have limited you, harmed you, or prevented you from stepping into something greater? There are moments in life where doors close unexpectedly. You apply for a job and don't get it. You invest in a relationship only for it to fall apart. You pour your energy into a goal only to watch it slip away. The immediate reaction is frustration, disappointment, even heartbreak. But if you take a step back, if you allow time to reveal what you cannot yet see, you may come to realize that what felt like rejection was actually working in your favor. That job could have drained you. That relationship could have distracted you. That opportunity could have kept you from something far more aligned with your highest potential. The delay you see as a disappointment may be the very thing guiding you toward a path that will lead to a life beyond what you could have imagined. Many people hold on to what is not meant for them simply because they fear the unknown. They chase opportunities that do not align with who they truly are. They try to force things to happen, believing that if they just push hard enough, they can make anything work. But forcing something that is not meant for you only delays what is. Sometimes the rejection is not about you at all. It is about timing, about alignment, about preparation. It is about the unseen forces moving pieces into place so that when the right opportunity arrives, you are ready to receive it fully. If you knew that every closed door was redirecting you towards something better, how would you respond? Would you still allow yourself to sink into doubt? Would you still question your worth every time something didn't work out the way you planned? Or would you shift your perspective and trust that what is for you will never require you to chase, beg, or force? The opportunities meant for you will recognize you. They will flow to you when you are aligned with them. And when something doesn't work out, when you face rejection, when the door closes, you will begin to see it not as a loss, but as guidance. It is the universe's way of saying, not this, but something better. And the only way you can experience that better is by releasing what was never meant for you in the first place. Timing is everything. There is a rhythm to the unfolding of your life, a sequence of events that align in ways you may not immediately understand. You may have a vision, a dream, a deep desire to step into something greater, but if it arrives before you are ready, you may not be able to fully grasp it, sustain it, or grow within it. The moment you begin to trust that things are happening in the right order at the right pace, you release the stress of trying to control everything. You stop resisting the flow and start aligning with it. You may feel like you are behind, like you should already be further along, like time is slipping away. But the truth is, you are exactly where you need to be. Every experience, every delay, every redirection is shaping you, refining you, and preparing you for what is next. The right things come when you are ready to receive them. Rushing the process does not make things happen faster. It only creates unnecessary frustration. Imagine planting a seed and demanding that it grow overnight. You water it, you tend to it, you do everything you believe is necessary, yet still you do not see results right away. But beneath the surface, unseen to you, the seed is taking root. It is establishing a foundation strong enough to sustain its growth. If you were to dig it up too soon in search of evidence, you would disrupt the process and stunt its potential. The same principle applies to life. What is meant for you is growing, even when you cannot see it. It is unfolding in perfect timing, ensuring that when it arrives, you are ready to step into it fully. When you force things before their time, they often collapse under the weight of unpreparedness. How many times have you looked back and realized that what you once wanted so desperately would not have been right for you? That if you had received it then, you would not have been able to handle it, appreciate it, or maximize its potential. Timing is not just about waiting, it is about trusting. Trusting that delays are not punishments but preparations. Trusting that what is truly meant for you will never be rushed or forced. Trusting that when the moment comes, you will be in the right place at the right time with the right mindset to receive it. The frustration of waiting often comes from a lack of trust in the process. It comes from believing that if something has not happened yet, it may never happen. But what if the delay is a gift? What if the very thing you are waiting for is being refined, improved, and expanded so that when it arrives, it exceeds your expectations? Instead of resisting the timing of your life, embrace it. Instead of doubting whether things will align, know that they already are. The more you trust the process, the more peace you will find in the present moment, and the more prepared you will be for what is coming next. Faith is not about seeing, it is about believing. It is easy to trust when everything is going according to plan, when doors are opening, when results are visible. But real faith is tested in the waiting, in the uncertainty, in the moments when nothing seems to be happening. It is in those moments that your belief is either strengthened or broken. When you do not see progress, when things feel stagnant, when it seems like your efforts are not producing results, you have two choices. You can either give in to doubt or you can lean deeper into faith. The choice you make determines the reality you create. Doubt creeps in when things do not happen on your timeline. It whispers that maybe it is not meant for you, that maybe you should lower your expectations, that maybe you should give up. But faith operates differently. Faith does not need immediate proof. Faith is the ability to hold a vision even when there is no evidence. It is the understanding that just because something is not happening right now does not mean it is not happening at all. The unseen is just as real as the seen. The work being done beneath the surface, the shifts happening in the background, the unseen forces aligning in your favor, all of it is shaping the path ahead. Imagine walking in complete darkness, guided only by the belief that there is solid ground ahead. If you hesitate, if you refuse to take a step because you cannot see what is in front of you, you remain stuck. But if you move forward with faith, trusting that each step will reveal the next, you progress toward what is waiting for you. This is how faith works. It requires movement, even when you do not have all the answers. It requires trusting that what you desire is already on its way, even if you cannot yet touch it. The mind is conditioned to seek certainty. It wants proof before it believes. But breakthroughs, manifestations, and transformations do not come from needing evidence. They come from creating it. The moment you align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the belief that what you desire is already yours, you step into a new reality. You shift from waiting to receiving, from hoping to knowing. The delay is not a sign that it is not coming. The delay is an opportunity to strengthen your faith, to refine your vision, to prepare yourself so that when the moment arrives, you are fully ready to embrace it. The people who achieve great things are not the ones who had everything handed to them. They are the ones who continued to believe when nothing seemed to be working. They held their vision when circumstances suggested otherwise. They refused to let doubt override their faith. They understood that just because they could not see the outcome yet did not mean it was not unfolding. This is the mindset that turns delays into stepping stones and uncertainty into unwavering confidence. Delays are not denials. They are opportunities to refine, prepare, and align with something greater than you can currently see. Every moment of waiting, every closed door, and every redirection is shaping you into the person who is ready to receive what is truly meant for you. When you shift your perspective and begin to trust that everything is unfolding in divine timing, you free yourself from the frustration of control and step into the power of faith. What feels like rejection is often preparation. What seems like stagnation is often preparation. And what appears to be a delay is often the universe rearranging things in your favor. The difference between those who break through and those who give up is not luck. It is faith, patience, and an unshakable belief that what is meant for them will never miss them. Instead of resisting the process, embrace it. Instead of questioning the timing, trust it. The unseen forces that are guiding you are not working against you, they are working for you. Your role is not to force, but to align, not to control, but to trust. And when the time is right, when you are fully prepared, when every detail has been perfected, you will step into what was always meant for you, and it will be greater than you ever imagined. Thank you.